Should I get flu shots or not? Is it true that antiperspirants containing aluminum are harmful? We have all probably had one of these questions we've always wanted to know the answers to, but now you don't have to stay awake at night wondering, is there always a risk of bird flu? We've got your answers to all these questions, so stick around. You don't want to miss our top 5 health questions part 3. Number 1. Is there always a risk of bird flu? Yes, indeed. Influenza, a virus subtype H5N1 bird flu, has yet to appear in the United States as of this writing. However, it can still be found in many parts of the world, especially Asia and Africa. Bird flu viruses infect birds, including chickens, other poultry, and wild birds such as ducks. Most bird flu viruses can only infect other birds. However, bird flu can pose health risks to people. The first case of bird flu virus infecting a person directly, H5N1, was in Hong Kong in 1997. Since then, the bird flu virus has spread to birds in countries in Asia, Africa, the Middle East, and Europe. Human infection is still very rare. The virus's lethality kills 50 to 80% of those infected is what makes it so terrifying. At the moment, the virus is often transmitted from an infected bird to a human. Richard V. Lee, a physician and infectious disease specialist at the State University of New York at Buffalo, says, "You're not going to get it because you're on a plane with someone who has it." Cooked chicken is safe because heat destroys the virus. However, influenza viruses evolve quickly. Despite some successful vaccine advances, if the H5N1 virus can spread rapidly amongst people at some point in the near future, it may spell disaster. This could lead to a pandemic, a worldwide outbreak of the illness. Number 2. Should I get the flu shots or not? Yes, absolutely. The flu is dangerous and deadly. Over millions of people now died because of the flu. The flu shot is our most effective way of preventing the flu. A flu shot decreases the likelihood of developing complications from the virus. By getting the flu shots, you support herd immunity, essentially limiting the spread of the virus. While the CDC does not prescribe flu shots for everybody, it does so for enough people due to the health hazards, age-related issues, and other factors that approximately 82% of the total U.S. population qualifies. And if you don't, it's a good idea to get in line. It normally keeps you from contracting the flu, but even if you do get sick, the symptoms will be less serious, says flu expert Trish Pearl, MD, a professor of medicine at Johns Hopkins University. More importantly, it prevents the flu from spreading to those at risk of having a catastrophic case. Approximately 25% of people who have the flu are unaware of it. Number 3. Isn't it true that everybody gets the shingles vaccine? No, not yet. Only relatively stable people over the age of 60 have been studied with the vaccine, says Stephen K. Tyring. It's fine for healthy people under 60 to have the vaccine, but insurance providers won't cover the cost of the injection, which is normally about $150. This vaccine should be avoided by people with weakened immune systems, such as those who have cancer or HIV. According to a new study co-authored by Tyring, if a blood family has had shingles, you might be at a higher risk and should consider getting the vaccine. If you are not familiar with the shingles virus, it is a virus that causes a painful blistering rash. The rash typically resolves in a couple of weeks, but in some people, the pain persists due to lasting nerve damage, impacting the quality of life. Number 4. Is it true that antiperspirants containing aluminum are harmful? Aluminum is used as a thickening agent in body cosmetics, including antiperspirant. It is a chemical compound that can directly interfere with the gene regulation of specific cells that respond to estrogen, which can directly stimulate estrogen receptors even in the absence of the hormone. According to the National Cancer Institute, there is no proof, despite persistent internet and email rumors to the contrary. aluminum-based compounds, such as those used in antiperspirants, may be absorbed through the skin and may act in the body as cancer-promoting estrogen. However, no one knows if antiperspirants cause an accumulation of aluminum in breast tissue or whether this causes breast cell changes that may lead to cancer. Alternatives to aluminum are available, but their efficacy is debatable. Aluminum is used as a thickening agent in body cosmetics, including antiperspirants. It is a chemical compound that can directly interfere with the gene regulation of certain cells that respond to estrogen, which can directly stimulate estrogen receptors even in the absence of the hormone. Number 5. Are self-tanners associated with cancer? No way. The self-tanner is made up of dihydroxyacetone, which only interacts with dead surface cells on the skin to create a color change that mimics a tan for 5 to 7 days. Self-tanning lotions with an ingredient called DHA are considered to be a safer alternative. The way it works is that the DHA, or dihydroxyacetone, causes a chemical reaction in the protein layer of the top layer or dead layer of the skin, and it causes that protein to brown or darkens. While self-tanners don't cause cancer, they don't provide UVB or UVA protection. So, to prevent aging, sun damage, and skin cancer, sunscreen is still required, says Owen Loring, a dermatologist in Baltimore. That wraps up part 3 of our top 5 health questions for today. Check out part 1 and 2 if you missed it to find out if smartphone is killing you. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss more videos of health and wellness advice and much more. See you in the next video.